I had mentioned the realm of the ancestors, the realm of spirits, the realm of your past loved ones. It's the veil right behind here. And what we're going to talk about today is, what are dreams? I know that you may think you know what dreams are, but I have a lot of interesting things that me and Spirit has actually went through. Some of the things that I may say may go over your head and be so wild and things like that. But to me, it's like, oh, I like that. That makes sense to me. Okay. So the first thing that I wrote is, the world you travel through before you enter this life is actually the dream realm, the astral realm, the world of possibility, the world where sometimes your ancestors or your past loved ones actually wait at that doorway. It's many areas of the dream world. They just call it here. Okay, I want to pause and say this, right? Some of the things that is considered mythology and things like that is certain facets of this place, this structure that has turned those to myths. So dreams, the actual portals, the actual places where you can go and heal and fix yourself, or commence with the dead, or commence with a loved one, or commence with a higher being, has kind of been shut down with the notion that it's nothing more than a place that houses your emotions. Yes, that is true. That is a place where your subconscious actually communes with you, and things that's going on with you may be in that space, but it's also more. And the more is, it houses the access points to the many worlds that you traveled before you enter this specific life. Actually, their knowledge and stuff of the dream world is what got me to kind of, spread out some of my services. So now I offer some things that kind of like, along with Spirit, along with actually my clients' spiritual team, we go back and look through the paths through like your birthday. You might think of your birthday as just another day, but no, you actually went through extensive research before you actually entered this life to choose that birthday, especially the day, it means something. It is very huge. And sometimes this space makes it seem like our choices is just mundane. Okay, you just chose your parents, or maybe it don't even put out there that you actually chose your parents, that you actually chose some of the things. I tell you guys all the time, it's power in being warriors, and you choosing the things that you face every day. When you're a chooser, then you get to choose how to prevent some of these things. And some of the ways that you prevent some of these things is maybe by using magic, by using spells, by communing with people that's outside of the flesh, beings that's outside of the flesh, that's not trapped in this dense type of material. That's how you use it. But when you think that everything is so mundane, everything is just normal, everything is like this or like that, you don't know how to tap into Spirit or how to go to these other worlds. You have no clue that your purpose, your main purpose here is to know where you came from and to gather that information. And when you know where you came from, not just where you came from on these physical planes, but where you came from in the cosmos, what roads you actually traveled, that's when you can ascend to that next level. That's when you put the staple of where you want to spend your next eternity or your next phase of life. Life doesn't end when you leave this vessel. You just start another part. You get to start another journey, and that determines what you do in this life, determines where you go in the next one. And life doesn't actually mean that you have to come on the earthly plane or you have to do things like that. No. What you do here, you're building up spiritual credit so you can have that energy, so you can decide again where you go. What you do matters here. So I do want to say that. The next thing I have here is the dream world consists of portals. It has different access points for different beings. That's why I suggest, even when you forget, have a simple thought in your mind of only those that love me, guide me, and protect me only. That's where that's who I want to travel with. That's who I want to meet up with. That's who I want to see. You know, some people that have nightmares don't know to put that light around them, don't know the rules of the game when it comes to the dream world or the astral world. You know, some people have had really bad experiences in this place because they don't know about it. When you know about things, you can kind of defend yourself. You can protect yourself from certain things and certain beings. You know, denial is not a good thing. You should be always aware of the things and beings around you, or the way that certain things work. You sitting back there and not knowing or thinking it's okay that you shouldn't have certain information, and it's not okay, because that's when things happen to you behind the scenes, you know? So always stay protected, always stay aware, and your awareness is your protection. Your awareness is your knowing. Okay. I have here too, I had mentioned the realm of the ancestors, the realm of spirits, the realm of your past loved ones. It's the veil right behind here. Some people, you know, I have discovered from doing my reading, like I said, I have a service where it's called Ascension Packet. And in that packet, I have discovered that some actually linger in the realm of the ancestors before they even ascend. And one of the reasons why they linger in the realm of the ancestors, and what I call the realm of the ancestors, is right behind the veil. It's like literally right behind the veil. That's where they linger. They linger there for the simple fact of they may have something here that's holding them. It might have been an experience here that was holding them. It might have been a loved one that was holding them here. You know, it's many reasons why they decided to linger in that realm, you know, instead of ascending up. There are some of your ancestors and some of your loved ones that have decided to linger in that realm. And it's so many of your ancestors that decided to linger in that realm that it's literally called, you know, part of it is called the ancestral realm. They have their own realm because a lot of them have decided to actually assist us in this form. We have been doing this so long that you have no clue, you know. We have been doing this for a while, you know. And it's time for us to just raise up and go to another level. And when we raise up, all the ancestors and the spiritual team that decided to help us on that path, they get to raise up too and move on with us. So it's important about, again, I repeat, what you do in this life. What you do in this life actually matters. The next one I have here, there are different. Now, see, this is what they use as far as the mythos, saying that it's nothing but just a place where it houses your emotions. You know, your dreams actually tell you what you're feeling. Yes, that is a portion, because it's certain things that happen to you underneath that during the conscious world and the conscious life, you can be distracted from those feelings through, like, let's say, TV, music, people, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wives, till you don't really examine yourself. You don't examine what's really going on with you internally. And when you don't examine what's going on with you internally, it manifests itself in the spiritual realm through your dreams. When you go to sleep, that's when you see, maybe you see a dark object in a corner, or maybe you see a item that actually looks weird or something like that. You know, it has all type of metaphoric meaning in that portion of the dream world, but that is not the only portion as far as housing your emotional states and your feelings. There is a plethora of realms and planes and worlds and things like that in the actual dream world. You know, it goes far and vast, and it was here way longer. Like I said, spirit was here. The spirit realm was here way before the physical realm, you know. If I break down the four worlds, I look at them as like dimensions. I'm going to do that real fast because I was going to end, because that ends my notes. So I break down the four dimensions. The four dimensions is, it starts with a thought. That's the first dimension. That's the dimension of what they would call supreme high authority. That's just a thought process, okay? I'm breaking them down in dimensions. The next one is the dot, the actual point, whereas you went from just a thought to actually doing something, to actually trying to create. Okay, you got that creation. You got your first thought. You got your pen in your hand, your creation. Okay, that's the second world. Now we go on to the third one. The third world is when you actually move that pencil or you move that point. We looking at it as far as dimension. Okay, now we get to that fourth one. That fourth, because it says it's four worlds, four major worlds, right? This is what we would consider the fourth world, the actual manifestation of you, the actual state where the creation, the created, coming from the supreme, the created can actually be the creator and start creating. Now you can become what the supreme is. Now you can do these things and move these things and move these objects, you know, but you have to recognize yourself as a God first before you can create or draw anything to you. So, that was a lot, right? I know. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any and everything that flies through this mind, I will always let you guys know. You know, I offer all type of spiritual services. I just said that I offer ascension packets. That's from beginners to newbies. Far as the different paths, what cosmic lanes did you travel? What area of those four worlds that I just named that you came through? What was your choices? You know, just based off of when you was born and things like that. So if that's a reading that you're interested in, you know, right now it's $65. So I don't think that that's much for the plethora of information that you will receive from it. I also offer other readings. I have spiritual books, you guys. You know, my spiritual team literally has me going nonstop, you know, to create and make sure that we all ascend. Okay, so I guess that's why I ended here. And thanks again for checking me out.